You have seen this painting. It's one of America's most famous pieces of art, American Gothic by Grant Wood. Okay, so the man was commissioned to design a glass-stained window for a veterans building in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. However, due to the detail in his design, the glass that he wanted to use had to be manufactured in Munich, Germany. But the Daughters of the American Revolution accused Wood of being unpatriotic for allowing a German firm to manufacture materials for a U.S. Veterans Memorial so soon after World War I. This was in the 1920s. So, after the uproar, Grant decided to paint something which he called the Daughters of Revolution, as a satire directed at the Daughters of the American Revolution group. First, the painting in the back is the iconic Washington crossing the Delaware. The irony is that it was painted by a German American by the name of Emanuel Lutz, and he also painted this famous picture in Germany. We also see that the ladies in front of the painting are captured within another painting. We see they are within a frame, and it's titled Daughters of Revolution. They are not portrayed in a flattering way. These are the guardians of patriotism. Others have mentioned that the clothing, the silk dresses, the earrings, and even the teacup made in England are all items that have been imported from other countries. And that even in itself offers more satire on this organization and their criticism to Grant Wood. So, about his use of glass from Germany. So what do you think of this painting? Okay, let's take a look at another Grant Wood painting about George Washington. First of all, this one's called Parson Weems' Fable. Now, Mason Weems wrote a biography about George Washington, and he included a famous, which we would now call a fable. It can't be proven. A story about young George Washington chopping down his family's cherry tree. And when his father came up to him, George eventually said, "I cannot tell a lie. It was I chopped down the cherry tree." So it kind of perpetuated this myth of our first president was even, quote, perfect as a young child. But let's see what Grant Wood does with this painting. First, let's look at how he painted Parson Weems. That's the big figure, the big guy on the right, as he's pulling back a curtain. A curtain to what? Like a curtain to a play, a theatrical performance. It's not real. It's a show. And second, we see young George's head is not proportionally right. Even with his age, it doesn't look right. But we might recognize it. We recognize this George Washington. How? Well, it is from this famous painting by a guy by the name of Gilbert Stuart, who did a portrait of George Washington. And finally, another interesting thing about this picture is you look to the left, the far back left, and you see two slaves working for the Washington family. So, what do you think about this picture?